Hello everybody and welcome to Devotion to Writing, a channel devoted to helping you cultivate a daily writing practice and also to realize that you are creative abundance. Today I wanted to talk about mantras. You may be familiar with this word mantra. They are short phrases repeated often to increase one's attention or focus or to inspire, or they could be a positive affirmation that we say to ourselves over and over during the day like a prayer. Now, I've also found that mantras or these repeatable, adaptable phrases are useful in sustaining our creative writing practice. It's like a prompt. You can use them over and over to break the silence and get your hand moving. Now, I discovered the power of mantras for my own writing practice by accident, or I don't know, maybe it was serendipitous. But I remember I was in Key West, Florida at the time, working on my first book, A Strange Catechism. And one morning, I went to the grocery store, and there I saw a woman in an empty parking space, slowly turning counterclockwise. When I came out of the store, she was gone, but all day I thought about her. I thought, what was she doing there? And why was she turning in a circle? The next day, I went back to the store because, of course, I forgot something. I don't know what it was, but there she was again in the same parking space, slowly turning counterclockwise in a circle. Now, her appearance and her behavior, just prompted a series of questions for me and imaginings. And though I never met her, I never spoke with her, she became a muse for me. She inspired me to write because I needed to answer these questions for myself. Why was she here? What was she doing? What happened to her? So when I got back to my house, kind of filled with these questions, I immediately started to write. And I remember the first thing I wrote was, on the first day of turning in the parking lot. And this rich poem poured from me, and I wrote in a frenzy for about 30 minutes, just filling pages. I felt drained when I finished. The next day, when I came to write, again, I was filled with this, all of these images and stories, and the only thing I changed when I started was instead of writing on the first day of turning in the parking lot, I wrote in the second day of turning in the parking lot. And this same outpouring of energy came. I could barely keep up with all these images and these stories and my stories, in addition to ones I was imagining were her stories and why she might be there. Up until that point, I'd rarely experienced this kind of creative flow, this energy. It would happen to me in bursts or kind of sporadically and when I felt inspired, but this was continuing for days, and then it turned into weeks, where I'd show up at the page, I'd empty myself, and only to discover that the next day I was full again. There was more, and it was like, it was like going to the ocean with a bucket of water, and no matter how many buckets I took out, the ocean never emptied, it never got any lower. It was just filled again. All I was doing was coming to the page, changing a number in a sentence in this mantra from on the first day of turning to the second day of turning to the third day. And then I just started inventing days. On the 80th day of turning in the parking lot, on the 274th day of turning in the parking lot. It didn't really matter the number, but whatever I said, whenever I started with this mantra, I would write and write and write. And I realized that these prompts, sometimes they can just be magical, like these incantations that elicit worlds, that open these portals to us. So eventually, all of these mantras, this starting seed line, they disappeared from all but one of the poems in the book that I eventually published. But it really was the beginning line, the seed line for nearly every poem in the book. And this magical incantation, which when I recited it would just elicit this vast world that I never would have imagined. Now, since then, I have found many mantras that work for me, and you can find your own. And that's really what the other part of this video is just what I want to talk about, you finding your own mantras that you can use. And they're everywhere. They're easy. They could just be lying around. You can find them, these phrases that open these portals to worlds within you. I mean, just look for simple phrases that you can use as a prompt or a seed line. You could borrow a line from a favorite poet or a novelist. Just look through these books. Look for the beginning lines that poets use for poems that you love. They don't have to be elaborate, these mantras. In fact, it's better really if they're not elaborate. They should be repeatable and adaptable if necessary. The way that turning in a circle in a parking lot is adaptable. I would just change the number. I only had to change, it was 80 days or 274 days, right? And everything issued from this prompt. It rained, and crocuses broke from the earth, and clouds skirted the edge of the city, and a woman carried her feverish child upstairs to bed, right? Just flows. So here's a prompt I'd like to give you, a mantra that you can use, and it's a mantra of gratitude that I've used many times, many times. And you can use it now if you'd like, or you could pause this video and write on it, or you could just watch to the end and use this prompt when you get to the end of the video to write. It's simply, it's a very simple prompt, and it is this: thank you for. Thank you for. So write everything. Let yourself be filled with gratitude for the smallest to the largest thing, from the mundane, say an oil drum or a pack of matches, to the extraordinary, the last red leaf on a maple tree in December. Yeah, let it flow. I'd love to hear what good prompts, good mantras you discover, what you come up with. I'd love to try them out for myself. So you could put them in the comments if you come up with one, or if you already have one, just put it in the comments and I'd love to read it. I appreciate a good prompt, because with a good prompt, a good mantra, I don't have to think about what I'm going to write. I don't have to come to the page and think, oh, what am I going to say today, right? I have something to begin with, something to investigate. I have questions to ask, and I have questions to answer. So here's another one. Here's another prompt that I've used. On the day I was born. On the day I was born. Now you could turn this I into anybody. It could be you, but it could also be your mother, your father, your grandparents, someone you don't know. You could make up a person, but on the day I was born, just think about, if you're going to use you, for example, all the things that were going on the day that you were born. So that's another one you can use. And now that I think about it, once upon a time is such a magical mantra that we have, right? Just think of all the creative work that has come from this simple phrase, once upon a time. And then a whole world unravels itself and unfolds itself, presents itself from that little phrase, once upon a time. Now, any mantra, any prompt that you can use, certainly it can vanish after you write on it, but the world that you discover will remain. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. And if you think that there's someone in your life that you want to share it with that would benefit from it, please share it with them. Also, visit devotiontowriting.com and follow on Facebook and Instagram if you want to learn more about my workshops and writing retreats. So until next time, I hope you write deeply. I know you will write beautifully. Blessings.